What up YouTube, this your boy Down Low back for another industry talk. First, let's talk about Young Jeezy. Young Jeezy is now the Senior Vice President of A&R at Atlantic Records. And you know what? That's huge. I mean, at this point of his career, he definitely needs to start looking into being part of the business more than doing the music. And you know, getting titles like that can go a far way into this game. But my only question is, how does he deserve such a title? Like, if you don't know what an A&R is the person that puts new rappers onto labels. Who has Young Jeezy put on successfully besides himself? The whole CTE thing didn't pan out. I really do like the fact that he got Freddie Gibbs signed to his label, but yet Freddie Gibbs is still unproven. He hasn't done anything yet. He hasn't even dropped an album. See, record labels will do this type of shit just for sheer publicity. Basically get a famous rapper and put him in a position of power. But yet this position of power ain't really a position of power. By being the vice president, he doesn't really have veto power to tell them what they're not going to put on. All he can do is basically give them his input on what he thinks they should do. Next, Chainz signed a publishing deal with Reservoir Media. Now, Reservoir Media is a New York-based publishing company, but yet they got worldwide ties. Now, a lot of rappers out there, man, they think they know what publishing and shit is when they really don't. They just know the fact that you shouldn't ever give away your fucking publishing. And here is why. With Chainz signing this deal, his whole catalog of 200 plus songs, he basically gives the copyright to Reservoir Media. Most of the time when you get signed to a publishing deal, basically they take 50% of everything. If a publishing company is looking to sign you, they're going to sit you down and tell you something like this. You are very talented musically, man. We want to have you do what you're best at, which is your music, and we will take care of the rest of what we're best at, which is the business. Now, what they do business-wise is they find artists for you to collaborate with that want to pay for your services. They take your music and try to get it placed in like movies or other people's albums. They go and hunt down the money that you are entitled to that you most likely won't get if you don't go out and chase after that shit. But the problem here is you can do every one of these damn jobs. Now, what most artists really do is they go out and find someone who's interested in the business, that reads up on things that publishers supposed to do and what royalties are and how they go out and get them, and they pay these people a flat fee. Now, you will have to be a much more active participant in it in order to get the max out of it, but yet it's worth it in the end because 50% is a lot, especially for something that you can do your damn self. Next, Yelawolf is coming out with a new clothing line. This one is called Famous Stars and Straps, in which he had one before that he collaborated with Travis Barker to do. That one was called Country Fresh. And what they did in that clothing line, they had a whole bunch of trucker-styled clothes and deer hunting-styled hats and such. Now for this line, man, he's going to start having shoes and such where he's saying he's going to have a Native American theme to it. And which it sounds pretty crazy, but it may work. But the reason why I wanted to talk about this is to open up people's mind, because just because you're getting a clothing line doesn't mean you have to go directly into urban fashion. Now keep in mind, it's tough to make $1 in the clothing line business no matter what genre you go into. But yet you can still be creative enough to find a nice niche for yourself that's not like everyone else. And lastly, Dr. Dre signed a development deal with FX of a 1-hour drama pilot show. And the show is supposed to explore LA's music scene and criminal scene at the same time, and which sounds pretty damn interesting. Like, if this actually does get picked up, in which a lot of pilots get turned down, but if this were to get picked up and actually air on TV, I would probably watch this shit. But anyway, this was another industry talk.